And we're going to head into the mirror match of the most aggressive clans in all of Northgard. The clearing powerhouse and 801 all-in clan, the Wolf. Then we got the all-in clan with the Squirrel with insane economy because of the lore economics. And insane convert as well as forge potential. And we got the Raven, who is the naturally best at scouting. And the cam is locked on the orange wolf of Tatonka. Zombie is playing the Squirrel, Red Z is playing the Raven. And this game will be interesting to watch, I think. So let's go and spectate the Raven here. We already saw the Wolf POV before, we already saw the Squirrel POV. Let's go for Raven POV. So before I even begin, let's take a look at the map real quick. Map is super stretched. There are Merkalf as the only source of neutrals together with the dwarves. So it's dwarves, Merkalf, there's the Wyvern map. I don't see anyone pinging the middle so far, so they haven't seen the middle. They're only pinging the tiles which the Raven wants to get scouted first. And he's going to skip with both scouts. And that actually means that the Raven won't go for a second scout camp, which is very surprising. On the other side, we can already see that the Raven has scouted the shipwreck and he's going for a second scout camp right away. Here we can see it. So I think it's actually misplay by Raven, as you want to have rangers as fast as you can, and you need rangers as fast as you can with like 4 scouts instead of 2. But maybe that's like new meta kind of stuff. Also, this is scouted already, so he could go here instantly. He has to build a house on his main, since he hasn't scouted any other tile. I'm not quite sure what his intention is with this, because he won't be able to scout these like ever without having to send one back. So now he's going to send one scout back to scout his first inner ring. We got a double ruin on the Squirrel. That means the Squirrel will be able to generate lots and lots of coins very easily. And we got an open shipwreck with closed iron on the Wolf. That means that the Wolf will get an easy fast berserker as well. So yeah, interesting stuff by the Raven. If we compare like the Ravens, the other Raven already has a lot more scouted. Also, I'd not recommend going for a shipwreck if you don't have rangers. Like this Raven should not have rangers right now. If we take a look at the lore, he still needs 1 lore, and if you got rangers unlocked, the scouting of the shipwrecks will be even faster. But you'll need the rangers lore first. So slight misplays by both players right now. Making sure that every villager stays healthy. For those of you guys who don't know, if you're going to go on wounded villagers, like if a wolf goes on wounded villagers, you have to like be careful of not getting hit more than 2 times. If you get hit 3 times, your villager counts as wounded and he'll get a malus on the production. So anyway, Red Z has now decided to go for rangers with the second scout camp. And I think it was intended that he built his second scout camp later. But I am not sure about that. So he'll get the middle, which is an extra 25 lore and an extra 50 fame for the red raven. And we can see that the black raven has actually not scouted more than the red raven. Interesting stuff. So, we should be able to see the Berserker soon. 4 more iron to go. Raven needs to scout this tile as well, because the wolf has to clear the squirrel. Squirrel wants the lore, so he has the lore, but he also wants to colonize at least 1 or 2 food tiles. And this food tile is really nice for the squirrel. And in general, you want your clear ASAP, if that's possible. Very, very nice job by Red Sea, scouting all the tiles. If you compare that, he is way ahead of the other raven. Also, if we take a look at the stats, lore stats, we can already see red is super far ahead of black, despite black having built 2 scout camps, which is actually insanity. He has only already unlocked rangers in May, and black has only unlocked rangers in July, meaning that black is way behind in the scouting department, and TradeMetaBred will be able to attack way faster. So, Berserker out for orange. Berserker out for purple, I guess. Okay, now Berserker out for purple. So, in both the Berserker way and the scouting, TradeMetaBred is just way ahead of the other team. Berserker has already cleared the wolf, the bear here. And now we can already see that black is scouting with 2. Maybe they'll notice it and ping it as well. And we got wolf on main again. And for those of you guys who watched like an earlier game of the tournament, there has been an incident with the wolf on main almost winning the entire game. So Tatonka actually not clearing the squirrel right now, so I guess they are just deciding to like not building any food buildings. The squirrel is fine either way, just generating pop, just generating lots of coins. And instead he wants to make sure to clear the raven side first. So, wolf has already cleared tons of tiles for the raven. The raven took a lot of tiles already. So it's 8:00 October. Raven has built a food building on coast, because he has no other choice. And he has already taken the ruin as well as the wolf den, and he has reached 280 fame in comparison to the 150 fame from the black raven. The wolves are equal right now, doing the same stuff. With the slight difference of the orange wolf having cleared a little bit earlier. And right now the purple wolf is just waiting. And he can't like really decide on what to do right now. So that's kind of bad. He went for a second X4 here. So now he's going to clear the Draugr tomb for the squirrel. And as he's doing that, Tatonka is clearing the Draugr tomb for the squirrel as well. Both are head to head when comparing like the Draugr tomb clear. Only exception is Tatonka has already cleared the whole side for the raven. So, massive win for Tatonka's team. Wolf actually taking the iron here. So the Wolf will have an extra 5 iron here. And he's going to get the Ruin as well. To get these extra crins, which are very juicy for the Wolf. So, right now, the Raven has scouted almost the entire map. The only thing which is not scouted is actually the enemy, and the enemy is scouted right now. Raven already very fast with the scouting here. I was just about to say already scouted his scout camp because he scouted this one. But I guess he scouted this one with the boat. Would be my wild guess. Not too sure about that. But yeah, Berserker is just healing here. Has defended the Raven. While the rest of the army is on the right side of the map. And as we can see, the enemy Wolf did actually the same, with the exception of not taking the Ruin. So the Ruin going for the Squirrel here. And the other Ruin, and the Tomb is going for the Wolf. And here, both the Tomb and the Ruin are going to the Wolf. So now he's just healing up. Squirrel has Chief now. If we take a look at the Squirrel lore, it's actually Economics, Sharp Axis and Kitchen Nightmare. Okay, interesting. And on the other side, it's the same. Okay, so that's actually the play here. I always thought that maybe you go into like shipbuilding and then into middle. But maybe Sharp Axis is actually the play, and I am wrong. So now the Wolf, with the help of the Squirrel, will clear the 2 bears here, even in winter. This time is key. And they'll be able to get this bear easily, even in winter, securing both bears for the Wolf, which is very nice. We already see like the purple Wolf kind of having trouble with food, and orange has just a lot of food available here. So this Ruin is scouted by the Wolf now, giving the Wolf the slight Kroon's edge. X-Throws will be forged first. We are going for the classic aggressive Wolf. We'll also see, I think, middle tree in Wolf. Yep, going full middle into legendary heroes. This Berserker will be such a pain to deal with. I guess the purple Wolf is doing the same. He just has less lore because he didn't take the Ruin. And he's also going for the X-Thrower Forge. Very standard stuff for the Wolf here. And Tatonka already going for the 4 X-Throwers here. That's super early. 800 hasn't been able to, I don't know. 800 wasn't even over. It's like in March, it's the beginning of 801. And he's already converting 4 X-Throwers just to clear the Thor's Wrath, which gives a plus 10% attack bonus to all military units. So that's super nice. Super nice bonus to have. And I guess now he's just heading for enemies, and he's going to kill the rest of the neutrals very quickly with these X-Throwers. Especially since they are forged in a second. So we already saw the first raid here as well. By Red Z on the farm tile. And the Wolf is heading to the bottom. Lots of joggers here. Also, I think 2 ranged ones, if I see this correctly. Doesn't want to lose his bodyguard here. Yeah, and these X-Throwers will make short work of that. He'll also forge the warriors to get the charge. Very nice for the Berserker as well. Easy peasy for the Wolf. And as you can see, the map is scouted now. He's not opting to go on the enemy just yet. He'd rather just farm the map right now. Healing up all the time. And now, since he gets these 3 Draugrs, he's able to break. Meaning, he could theoretically go on purple here. Since purple is not on his tiles right now. But he doesn't opt to do that. Yeah, I think that's really smart. I'd rather just farm the map and keep the map farming than going on players and just wasting my time there. Because he could theoretically just dance with villagers. So, wolf is forged, the other wolf is forged. And we get the first elf attack. If we take a look at the enemy raven, the raven will be able to scout the map soon as well, but the map isn't quite scouted as of yet. And this raven has already scouted the whole map. So this is looking very good for TradeMetaBred right now. And now, since both elves attacked already, there are only 5 elves here, that meaning that you can clear this way easier than with the usual 7 elves on this tile. Let's actually switch to military right now. Because I think, yeah, the wolf has converted 7. You kill all the Milkalf. Milkalf are killed, all the kills are giving to the wolf. He's going for the 2 bears as well, this is huge. So the wolf got not only his 2 bears, but the enemy's 2 bears as well. Which is a 480 food difference, since he gains 240 food and the enemy wolf doesn't gain them. And now he's super ready to go on the squirrel. We can already see green converted, red converted, green is forged, orange is full forged. He'll heal the berserker up first and then they'll go on the first ring of the blue squirrel. The blue squirrel has only converted 3 so far. He will be able to convert more. Oh, this is getting decolonized instantly, so he kinda messed up there, because if a unit is standing on your tile, if the enemy enters, it doesn't decolonize instantly. So we got the green squirrel who has converted here, and he is going to go for the other elves. On this flank, they'll have to convert. Purple has converted a little bit as well. Purple has 5 in comparison to the orange convert, who has 9. So this is way more. They're not going to enter main as of yet. Oh, they are entering main. Careful with the berserker though. Berserker was really close to dying. Purple's berserker is dead. And this will actually be a defend by the other team, by team LostBerserkerAgain, but purple has lost his chief. It'd be super huge if he would be able to get leaf here. So I hope he chases leaf. Okay, he doesn't. So the damage is done. They lost the berserker, they lost everything. Nice repel of the attack though, even though he lost the berserker. And green is heading back as well. I'm not really sure if they can finish the job here. Let's take a look at the resources again. So orange doesn't have any gold left. He only has the berserker though, so that's nice. Red doesn't have much gold left. So this is actually super equal. We'll have to see if purple will be able to get the chief back. Let's actually take a look at the lore. So he has taken invader instead of going mining efficiency into veiled threats. This wolf will not be able to get the berserker back in time. So TradeMetaBred is heavily favored here. That's very, very unfortunate for Team LostBerserkerAgain. Whose name makes a lot of sense now. So Squirrel together with the wolf will go on the Raven here. Raven having a lot of army here, actually. But Raven is not forged as of yet. So these mercenaries can just run around in circles. They'll be able to get the iron, they'll be able to get the food here. And now it's just way too much to defend. The Raven can't defend this by himself. But even though he can't defend this by himself, if you take a look at the military, it's a nice convert. It's a convert of 7. Almost matching the convert of the Squirrel here. So, event will happen in a second. Ghosts will be spawning there. Ghosts will be on Wolf main. And Ghosts will be here. And now they kinda have to decide if they want to enter here or not. I guess they won't. It's just too much of a risk. Purple though, it's all about purple getting the chief back here. That is super vital. So every team is just heading back to defend the event. I guess if you take a look at the resources, it's super hard for the Raven to sustain because, yeah, he has way too much army in comparison to workers, so the Raven is most likely getting sick here. And he actually is. Make sure to not attack the ghosts here. Don't defend the event for your enemy. And he sees it. But he is so sick. The Raven is super sick here. All of his army is just dying at this point. While the enemy is very fine. The Squirrel will be sick as well, if you take a look at the resources. So even though they repelled the attack, economically, it's not looking great. So the Raven is pinging that the other Raven is sick, his counterpart is sick. He should be fine now though, he has enough food now. And the problem is with sick units, they lose so much health, rendering them nearly useless. Purple still fighting on, even without Berserker. Very, very brave. You need another like 150 coins to get the Berserker back, and that's so hard to do. So now green is just standing on purple's tiles. Honestly, I think the repel of the attack was really close and Tatonka was kinda lucky to not lose a Berserker there. And he should be able to chase here a little bit. Okay, never mind. There's the Raven army coming from behind. But I think, like, maybe purple and black can do something here. Actually. So now the Raven on the other side, like the red Raven has a little bit of a problem. It will get fixed soon though. He'll be able to get a little bit of food here. Five mercenaries on the stone/house tile. And they're still fighting on. Really, really brave. Really, really brave. Defending the dwarf here, getting the precious coins from that. And honestly, he just needs 140 more coins to get the Berserker back and get back into the game. So maybe if the game drags on for a little bit, he's able to do it. Now the wolf is close to getting sandwiched, all while green is decolonizing the raven tile. And green will be able to go on the raven's main. And they have to defend this now. Green's leaving though, because all 3 armies are going in green's direction. Oh, because green was maybe locked otherwise. Oh, that's super smart. That was actually really close. Ah, damn. That's minus 1 warrior. I think what purple has to do here is save up on coins to get the Berserker back instead of converting more. So green is heading back again. Red is going on blue, and since green is going on black and red is going on blue, they can't defend every side right now. Green is just slotting all the villagers now. And since they can't defend on every side, it should naturally be a GG here. So, very valiant effort by Team LostBerserker again. I think if you micro that first fight a little bit better, you actually come out of on top of that. Despite like having these very rough times, especially in the beginning, with the scouting, with the delayed Berserker, with getting the elves and getting the bears, TradeMetaBred had a huge advantage, and they made sure to use that advantage in their favor. So if you take a look at the lore of each clan, the wolf took full middle and even went for fur coats instead of going for the Berserker. That makes sense. It would have been a little bit late. Maybe if you are the defending side, just go for mining efficiency into veiled threats instead. The other wolf took mining efficiency. He wanted to go veiled threats, but then he took shipbuilding because he hasn't lost his Berserker. If we take a look at the Squirrel lore, the Squirrel took economics into sharp axes. I guess the other Squirrel did the same. Yep, they did. With the exception of Ra taking defensive strategy because he was getting attacked. And Zombie taking shipbuilding and carpentry because he wanted to go for later economic boom.